Architectural Review Board of the Town of Southampton
Straight on.
will now come to order. I'm required to make the following statement. Welcome to the October 6th meeting of the Town of Southampton Architectural Review Board. In accordance with the Governor's Executive Order 202.1, we will be proceeding differently from our typical meeting. Until further notice, all the board's meetings will be held remotely via video conference. So we ask the public to continually check the town's website for updates and new information. The link to participate in this meeting via Zoom can be found on the town's website. The meeting is also being live streamed on the town's website. If you do not wish to speak at the meeting, but you would like to submit comments for the public record, the link to submit comments can also be found on the town's website. This concludes the required comments. Mr. Rump is not is delayed in getting to this meeting. So, Mr. Jankowski, would you do the Pledge of Allegiance for us?
Yes. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, nation,
One nation,
God,
under God, indivisible, liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Mr. Jankowski. And while you're there, would you please perform the roll?
Yes. Mr. Charrier,
Here.
Ms. Keys,
Yes, here.
Mr. Jankowski is here, Mr. Rumpf, and Mr. Burke. So we do have three. We do have a quorum. We can continue.
Okay. Thank you very much, Mr. Jankowski.
You're welcome.
All right. Did the board members review the minutes of the September 15th meeting?
Yes.
Okay. Ms. Keys, did you review them?
Yes.
Okay. Were there any errors or omissions?
No.
None.
Okay. If none, do I hear a motion?
So moved.
Do I hear a second?
Second.
Motion has been made and seconded. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? None. Okay. Any old business to come before the board not on the agenda? If none, then we will proceed with a published agenda. The first item on the agenda is a site plan review modification, Watermill Village Townhouses, Montauk Highway. And this is the one that Mr. Rump had to recuse himself on.
All right.
But we do have Ms. Shea present.
Charles, could you let Jeffrey Suchman in?
Yep.
And I think he's got two other colleagues, but I don't recall their names, but Jeffrey could probably identify them.
Can you hear me now? I think I was muted.
Yeah, Jeff, we can hear
okay.
you. Thank you.
Okay.
Do
And
you have two other colleagues?
yes, Jamie McDonough and Eric Bregman and Jim Stanton.
Okay, great. Eric Bregman will be four, so.
Okay, they're on the way.
James Stanton is the other one. That's and there's McDonough. I can spell it. Can you see that?
Mm-hmm.
Hi guys, it's Eric.
GH at the end.
Okay, we've got everyone. Ms. Shea, would you please present this project to us, please?
Yeah, so you may recall the planning board and the ARB saw and reviewed an application for the multifamily located on Montauk Highway in Watermill. It escapes me how many units right now. However, I think it was about 38 units on the property, and it was approved by the planning board and the ARB conditionally. Now our new owners have come and they want to do some modifications to the project in terms of the design of some of the, I think some of the units, if I'm mistaken, I think they're not all of them, to take one of the garages and convert that into living space. So that, of course, affected the design of the units. The materials stay pretty much the same as far as I know. And the general appearance stays the same, but of course, changing the garage over to living space will affect the design of the project. So I want to have them describe it more fully in detail for you. And now, of course, I'm here for questions.
Thank you, Ms. Shea. However
Jamie,
you'd like to begin.
yes, Jamie, are you on? I wanted to make sure our architect, Jamie McDonough, was on the meeting.
He's
Yes.
muted. For
Yes, he's on.
Okay.
All right, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
All right, great. James McDonough, architect. Let's see, we had 24 units that had two-car garages, and when we did our study, we found out that we needed to have living space on the first floor, primarily junior master bedrooms and or convertible spaces that could be used as sort of a swing room, a living space, and or another bedroom. So what we did is we took one of the garage spaces and we converted it to living space, through some alterations to the plan, which did cause us to change the look of a few of the units. We did a study of the area, and we looked at the architecture of the watermill surroundings and determined that we probably should update the look a bit to a little more modern feel, a little more modern barn type feel that seems to be more appropriate for this day and age. So the materials are primarily the same. We're looking at shingles, black clad windows, primarily typical details that you see. But the previous look was a little bit more residential. This feel is a little bit more appropriate for the street scene on Main Street. But aside from that, primarily the studies that we had indicated that we really didn't need the two-car garage as much as we really needed the living space. And that's what caused us to change the plans. And we were able to do that without actually affecting the site plan. We were able to keep the buildings in place with some minor alterations to some of the driveways. But we kept everything almost identical to what we had in the initial submission.
Can you share your screen? We don't have the information readily available, but could you share your screen?
Say that one more time, please.
Can you share the information? Can you share the plans?
I don't have
At the bottom.
Does anybody have the plans? I can get them if you need me to, but does anybody from your group have the plans?
Well, we have them, but we don't have the ability to put them on screen at this point.
You don't have them in PDF?
Jamie, do you have them on PDF? I mean, I don't even know how to do a split screen.
Let me grab one of the guys here in the office. Let me see.
Okay, and we also have color renderings that we hopefully shared with everyone from the Architecture Review Board.
If you can bring it up on your computer, all you have to do is hit the button at the bottom that says share. That's all you have to do.
Yeah, I'm actually using two different computers here.
right.
One for this Zoom and
That's fine.
Never mind.
send myself. I'm going to send myself.
I'm going to share it. I have it now.
Okay.
Thank
Wonderful.
you.
Thank you.
So I'm going to go back to Zoom.
Yeah, hold on a second.
So this is the units, right? Can everybody see this?
Yeah.
Yes.
So can you use this and I can roll through it for you?
Thank
This
you.
is the elevations.
Correct. So
Sample.
what we're looking at is we're looking at the horizontal cedar siding, and we're also looking at vertical board and batten siding. The low pedestrian entrances will have a little metal accent roof. The top is going to have cedar shingles with some rolled details over the boxed out windows where the siding just rolls out over the roof. The chimney details will be standard, pretty much exactly what we had previously. Everything is pretty much straightforward. We try to simplify the elevations a little bit from what we had previously. I think that the renderings, if you have the renderings, they might show a better picture of this.
Let me stop sharing and then try to find this.
Yeah, I can do that too.
Let's see what else I gave you. Is it from this one? Was it from an email?
I think we put it on the shared drive. The box should be in the box.
Yeah, that's on my computer. I don't have
Oh.
access to my computer right now.
Okay.
I'd have
so
to go
let me-
down and forward it.
Let me see if I have it. Hold on.
Can you find that other? There was one other. Remember where you pulled this from?
Hold on.
There was two things, right? Wasn't it?
I was going to email it here.
Jamie, I sent them to you, but I can get them. I still don't know how to
Yeah, I'm going to try to.
share this.
And you bring it up as a
This is
PDF.
Eric, is that,
Oh, Eric, that's not it, Eric.
okay, that's the old one, okay,
Yeah.
sorry.
Well, the old one would help with the comparison if they wanted to
No,
see.
this is ours, but we changed the
Oh, okay.
shingle color.
Oh, okay. Oh, you have your email open. Here's your email, right?
Sorry about this. Let's say here's the rendering. Let's see.
Yeah, okay. Let's see. Referral, modification, application, elevations. Oh, you just took the,
Forward.
I just have the site plan. Come on, baby. Come on. Oh, it's just a site plan. What I can't, okay.
I'm sending it to this other computer. I should be able to get it in a minute. Let's see.
Okay. I'm going to do, that is.
Share it on the screen. Actually, forward this to you. Yeah. Yeah. Is that it? No, I'm sorry. Delete. Oh yeah. Delete.
Any luck, Jamie?
Yeah, it's coming up. Should be coming
Okay. I've got them on my screen. If I hit share screen, will they pop up?
up. Here we go.
Yes, yes, hit your screen at the bottom, Jeff.
Okay, let's see. Oh, there we go.
There you
Jamie's
go.
got it.
And let me see if I can get the other one. All right, this is the entry elevation. You had the other one up a second ago, the first one that was done. Let's see, this one is, that one, send, okay. One more coming around. Next one's coming up now. There's the second one. This is a typical building, number 4, I believe. Typical interior building, single car garages, side entry end units, front entry interior units, typical finishes. We're looking at vertical board and batten and a light gray shingle with sort of a bleaching oil on it. Gray metal roof line and shingles up on it.
Yeah, I just would like to ask one question. What color is the metal roof?
The metal roof is a gray color.
Okay. Okay, that concludes your presentation of it?
Yes.
Unless Jeff or Jim have anything additional to add.
I just wanted to add that the metal roof is just the overhang over the first floor. The main body of the roof is cedar.
Okay, thank you. Okay, if Mr. Rump, this is in Mr. Rump's area, but he had to recuse himself, and I'm familiar with it enough, so I'll start off on this. First of all, I think the way it looks now, it's actually a lot busier looking than it did before, your previous design. Can understand why you would want to put more living space on the bottom and only have a one-car garage. Understand that, but I would just prefer it if you could like make it less busy looking. And that's basically my comment on it. Okay, Mr. Jankowski, comments?
My comments are, I actually wanted to see the site plan because I know we looked at it and they didn't really even change it. I guess I was just trying to figure out what are we seeing mostly from Montauk. That's all I wanted to look at. As far as the changes go, I'm okay with it. I understand why you're only going to have one-car garages. Also, you got to increase living space. I just want to see what the view from Montauk Highway looks like. Because if this is on the inside, where they're kind of like looking at each other, then I'm okay with, I guess, the busyness, Michael, as you were saying.
Yeah.
I just want to see what those views from Montauk look like.
I can actually put the site plan up if you like. It's not a rendering, but I can put up the site plan areas if you'd like to do that.
And Jamie, also, I think we can go back. I mean, I don't think there's much sight line from Montauk Highway because it's very treed. The real entrance is no and done, and we can bring the no and done back up.
Okay, so that entrance that we looked at on that rendering is coming from no and done.
No and done.
I got you. So then the sight line on Montauk is mostly going to
It's very treed
outside.
and yeah, not very visible. But this is the entrance coming in from no and done.
Hey, all right, I'm not really worried about that side either. It was mostly just like the Montauk side. But if that you're going to leave, because I'm looking at it on the Google Maps right now, I can see some of the vegetation stuff that's at least in that spot. And if we're talking about even some of the sides where it's mostly the gray, I don't have an issue.
Okay.
Okay.
That's it. That's my comments.
All right, Ms. Keys?
I
Comment?
agree with Michael, Mr. Cherrier. I see that it looks a little bit confusing and busy. I agree with the lead.
Okay, well, this is a transmittal to the planning department, so we have the comments. And is there any further comments from any of the board members? Okay, now,
No.
yeah, the drawing we're looking at right now, I just have another comment to make. This looks fine to me. It looks clean enough. I guess it was just the inside, but what I saw in the inside elevation, that's also going to be on the outside. Is that correct too, on some of them?
What you saw on the inside, the no and done elevation is the one that's primarily seen, and that is addressing the street scene there, and there are a lot of entrance appearances along that walkway, which scales it down to a very pedestrian feel as you're walking by, a very urban feel. These are very much hidden by the landscape. And if you actually go back to the original application and the plans that were approved, they're extremely busy. If you look at every single building, they're almost all different with all different roof lines, and we actually simplified these things, I would say, by 50%. I mean, you really should take a look at the original set of plans that you guys approved. The roof lines are swooping and coming into conditions that create water problems, and they're so complicated that, I mean, it really is very complicated looking and very busy looking to me as an architect, that we thought that this actually was very simplified roof lines. So I'm not sure what you're seeing that's busy. Is it the fenestration?
Well, go to the previous elevation that you had with the
Sure.
garage doors.
Sure. Yes.
Okay, this one, it looks quite busy. The ins and outs, the penetrations that you have in this, the sloping roof lines, I guess that's in front of the doors. That's what I'm considering as busy. And I'm looking at.
Okay, I take your point. You know, what you're looking at is essentially a covered roof over an entrance,
Yeah.
a covered porch, and it's basically a main gable side to side and two front gables, a couple dog houses.
Yeah.
If you look at the existing building that was here, we have swoop lines, and there's absolutely no balance, and it's. I think they were very, very busy, and there was so much movement to it, and it made no sense to me, actually. I was.
Well, we'll have to look at the previous, or I'm going to look at the previous drawings.
Yeah,
and the renderings that we were shown, because if it was busy, it would have been noted by this board.
Yeah, I would like you to look at the original. It would probably help.
Yeah, fine. Okay, well, like I said, this is going to be a transmittal to the planning department. So we'll just put our comments in a transmittal to them then. The other thing, is there any comments from the general public on this application? If none, well then, all right, thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Shea.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Right. Okay, is there any further business to come before the board? If none, do I hear a motion to adjourn?
Michael, I thought we had a substantial residential that we had to go over.
Yeah, before you got on, Mr. Jankowski, that was pulled
Oh, that
because it went to us digitally, bypassing planning and bypassing the building department. And it should have gone to planning before coming to us.
Yeah, I thought that was the McDonald's. There was
It
another.
is.
Yeah, that's not what I'm talking about. This was a substantial residential on Watermill Town Road.
Correct. They don't have the drawings. They didn't
Oh.
come in.
Okay, I got you. All right,
So
fair enough.
we were originally having 3 and now we're down to 1 today.
Got it. Okay.
So, okay.
Well, that makes sense why Tim wasn't on then, because he had to recuse himself anyway from that one.
Right. That was on the first one. Yeah. So,
All right, good enough. Motion to adjourn then.
okay. Do I hear a second?
Yeah, Jules is muted, but she said it.
Yeah, she's on mute or something. She waved. Okay, motion has been made and seconded to adjourn. All those in favor?
Aye.